All right, Shalom. We'll start off first by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And greetings and salutations to you, brother. Do this work in sincerity and truth. Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. That's the name of the Heavenly Father and His Son Yahweh Shai, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. All right, I got a quick lesson right here. Scrolling through YouTube, you know how we do, and came across this video of IUIC, and I'm gonna play just a small clip. The sound won't come in or anything like that, but I'm gonna play a small clip, and you guys will get the gist of it. You could watch the video yourself. I'll try to put the link in the description box and show you what's going on. All right, watch. Yeah, basically, they're basically talking about these are the Hebrew Israelites, right? Brother got his beard, got his work shirt on, and this dude's wearing fringes on his work shirt. And now we know we used to have all these jokes about Nate, when he got fringes on his cop uniform, blah 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 blah. But they really got fringes and ribbon and border blue on their work shirt, which leads to this. The problem with IUIC in particular is that they want the kingdom on this side. They want peace and happiness with the so-called white man on the planet. And they don't understand that that will never happen because the so-called white man was not created for that. Matter of fact, let me get a script right quick. So-called white man wasn't created for that. That's not what he was created for. See right quick if I can get this. Pull this script up, man. He wasn't created for that. You know? Matter of fact, I don't even need to get it. That's how simple. No, I'm gonna get it. Since I'm here, I'm gonna get it. Let's see. One of my favorite scripts, Proverbs the 16th chapter. Yeah, basically they don't understand that this is never gonna be peace on this side. It's not meant for that. Now, right here, this is Proverbs 16:4. The Lord Yahweh hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Now, the Most High created the so-called white man to be the wicked, Esau, Edomites, to be the wicked, in this time, when they should have dominion. When you go back to the breakdown of Jacob and Esau in Genesis, the 25th chapter, and then the 27th chapter. And he's fulfilled that role ever since he came into existence as the wicked, as the devil, because he was created for that. Now, these knuckleheads over there at IUIC, they don't get it. They try to find a way to have the kingdom on this side. They wearing their beard, they pushing the law, blah, 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 blah. But they don't understand what time we're in. They have no clue what time we're in. I'm gonna show you what time we're really in. I've typed in Vladimir Putin, World War III, and look, all these came up. All of this came up. Vladimir Putin, World War III. It came up, right? And so when I picked up, it's not on here. Where is it at? Bear with me 1 second. I'll click on it right here. It says Putin, World War III is inevitable. This is by truthandaction.org, right? And it basically says in this article, I'll just read a small thing. You guys could go right to it and check it out yourself. It says, in a recent speech directed at the United States, Vladimir Putin stated that World War III is inevitable and will be started by the United States. In no uncertain terms, Putin blames America for destroying the global collective security and American imperialism, which caused the world to go to war. That's the times we're living in. We're on the brink of World War III. Cops are shooting Jake down. We're on the brink of World War III, of race riots, of these times that's going on here in the book of Second Esdras, the 15th and 16th chapter, martial law, all that's in these times. the time of Jacob's trouble, all that's coming up now. That's the times that we're in. We ain't in time to be having an Israelite community, because in that video, they had the whole Israelite community, brothers happy. They doing, Israelite man, the garbage man, he taking the garbage out in his own neighborhood, in his own Israelite community. And then the cable man came over, hooked up the cable with his old, he came down and his brothers living next to brothers. The brother hopped out and helped mow the lawn. Well, nobody gives a shit about this place. But that's because all of these guys in the IUIC, they want kingdom on this side. They want Esau to still rule over them in their kingdom. You don't understand. The Most High wants you to have your own kingdom built under him in complete righteousness. But you guys just don't get it. That's because your leader is leading you right into the ditch. Now let me tell y'all real quick what time it is. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me bring this out. This is Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. There's a time for everything under the heaven. There's a purpose for everything. Now, what time are we in now? I'm going to jump to verse 3. It says, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. Verse 4, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. They in all the opposite times of what the reality is. Jake is getting shot down in the streets. Every day, Jake is getting murdered in the streets. Now, they're putting reports out there, Jake is shooting down cops. That's a war. That's all-out war. Cops is killing niggas, niggas is killing cops. That's a war. There's a war on the streets. You think, and then you niggas go in IUIC, go in Vegas out here, they go and put themselves out there on the news and put them out there as a hate group. Then the Dallas thing, the next day, the Black Lives Matter march, Dallas cops get ambushed, so-called or whatever, get ambushed, and then they say it's probably one of those Hebrew Israelites that's always starting trouble, that hate everybody. Like, we can't see exactly what's going on, but see, the problem is, because y'all trying to make it and y'all trying to get progress on this side, Esau ain't gonna let y'all progress over a certain level. He's never gonna allow that to happen. So-called white man will never let you get up close to him, because he knows if he get up close to you, what he would do, so he's never gonna give Jake that opportunity to get up close. Plus, the higher look, he didn't eased up on Jake, because where Jake got us literally off the chain, now he wish he could get us back on the chain. He done eased up on Jake so much that he feel like, damn, I didn't let these niggas learn to read. Now they're reading the Bible, the whole shit I didn't want them to have. So he ain't stupid. He's gonna make sure that he gets it in with Jake. But he wants this to happen. He wants to pop off because the Most High is putting the spirit on him and want this to happen. You niggas are starting to rile up because the Most High wants you niggas to rile up. He wants to see this battle go down where he can show his true power and his elect and his faithful will be shown. All right, I'm going to jump down to verse 8. It says, a time to love. That's what they in sing karaoke. And I love my brothers, man. They over here and they mow my lawn. And the wives, we go eat over there. And, they worried about cookouts and weddings. They are not focusing on these prophecies and Yahushua returning. Because when Yahushua, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, returns, he's not coming to be all cool, kick it, and pass out the law and correct people. He ain't doing that. He's coming to kill you niggas, man. All y'all unfaithful, all y'all unrighteous, the 2/3, he's coming to kill you and to set the real standard of righteousness upon the earth. It says, Ecclesiastes 3 and 8, it says, a time to love and a time to hate. Now is a time of hate. We're supposed to be hating wickedness. We're supposed to be hating our enemies, these other heathen nations. We're supposed to hate them right now. We ain't supposed to build up our own communities within their community, pay the taxes to them with the money with their face on it. That's not what it's supposed to be doing. Investing in their society. We're going to build up schools and soup kitchens and whatever. We ain't got time for all that like these other bootleg-ass groups. There's too many prophecies and too much to get prepared for, spiritually to get prepared for. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war. Now is the time of war. Right now is the time. If you don't think so, turn the news on. They're going to talk about Black Lives Matter terrorists, Hebrew groups, cops getting killed, cops killing other Jakes. You tell me that ain't going on. Look on your local news and you're going to see it. Read a newspaper. You'll see it's out there. It's not a mystery. It's only going to get worse. So putting up videos about, yeah, my garbage man said shalom when he walked up because he got fringes on his work shirt. That's a bunch of bullshit, man. Forget the look of being a Hebrew Israelite and get your mind and your spirit into these prophecies and get prepared with fasting and prayer. That's what we supposed to be doing. A lot of you Jakes in these other groups, man, y'all better wake the hell up. Y'all better wake the hell up and see what reality is, see what's going on, because even 2/3 are starting to realize what time it is. Niggas that ain't got this word is starting to realize what time it is. And you know what? This white man is bringing it to us, and it ain't going back to when it was all good, you know, high-fiving with the cops like Snoop and them try to paint the image of, like Snoop and them wanted to be. All you niggas that's invested in these times, in this society here in America, y'all don't understand the signs of the times. You niggas is gonna get killed, man. Putin is not playing. Your own president is not playing. Whether Hillary get in there, whether Trump get in there, whether Obama in there, they coming down on you Jakes, man, on the American people. The thing that I'm noticing in the news, they keep talking about homegrown terrorists. We have ISIS terrorists. When I watched the Republican National Convention, we have homegrown ISIS terrorists here in America, in all 50 states, which is more than 50 states, but whatever, in all the states across the United States. There's homegrown terrorists, and we gotta be ready for it. You know, that's talking about you, stupid ass niggas. They coming to get you, stupid niggas, and if y'all ain't got the spirit of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, not Jesus Christ, you know, Most High, Jesus Christ blessed, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. That ain't gonna get you nowhere when that day comes. Especially when your leader has been found to be a hypocrite about it, about what's really going on. Now, not to make this too long, let me bring out scripts right quick. In a time of peace. Peace comes in the kingdom when this white man is going down and he's in subjection and chains going to work. When these other heathen nations is on their way to go to work to build up our kingdom. Our kingdom is when that's going to take place. All right, so we're gonna go into get rid of that one. I did that one. Get rid of that one. Okay, we got Colossians, the first chapter. Let me bring it up. Bear with me one moment, because the way that this is set up, you guys don't understand that. You see, you guys don't understand. Where did it go? Oh, where did it go? Yeah. Verse 5 is what I want. Yeah. You guys don't understand that the time that we're coming into is about to be a serious, deadly time. When Yahushua returns, who you inwardly call Jesus Christ, when he returns, it's going to be a bloodbath out there. There's going to be a lot of killing, man. A lot of wicked people deserve to get their asses killed too. All right, this is Colossians chapter 1, verse 5. It says, for hope which is laid up for you in heaven. This is not heaven. This is not our rest. This is not heaven. This is not our rest. That comes after World War III, after the famine, after the mandatory microchip or the RFID, after all of that, after the missiles. That comes after all of that, after the deliverance. That comes after that, not now. Not all about to mow my lawn and pay my taxes and invest in stocks and bonds. You got time for that shit. It says, for the hope which is laid up for you in heaven, whereof ye heard before in the word of truth of the gospel. That's the good news, that there's a day coming. It ain't here on earth. Just because you learn a few scriptures and you think the name is Most High and Christ blessed, that ain't the kingdom, man. That don't make this the kingdom. You ain't even got the real name. This ain't the kingdom. Those that hold the real name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, we understand, especially here in the Great Millstone, or the doctrine of the Great Millstone, we understand that this ain't the time it's talking about, because we thoroughly search these scriptures as prophecies. And we ain't in the time that like Dr. James White, this ain't in that time. Esau's already, no. That ain't happened yet. And get to it, it says, whereof ye heard before in the word of truth of the gospel, the good news. Point I wanted was, verse 13, who has delivered us from the power of darkness. The power of darkness is Esau ruling this world right now. This is the world of darkness, and he's the power of this world of darkness right now, and all the systematic slavery and captivity that we still have here in America, aka Babylon, so on, aka Egypt. You niggas is in the kingdom taking out trash. What the fuck wrong with you? Somebody's gonna do that. There's gonna be a heathen that's gonna do that for you in the kingdom of heaven. Y'all up there smiling and laughing like this is a time for that. This ain't the time to laugh. This is a time to mourn. This is a time to weep. This is a time to lament. That's what this is about. The good part will come later when you make it through all of that, or when once you've gone through the process of that. That's when you get to laugh and be happy and all of that. But on this side, this ain't time for that. So who has delivered us from the power of darkness and has translated us into the kingdom of his dear son. That's when that time comes. When all of that happens. We get translated into that. That's when we have that. So in whom we have redemption through his blood, even forgiveness of sins. You niggas can still sin. Ain't nobody saved on this side yet. You niggas can still sin. You niggas still are sinning. I don't care how much y'all push the law, you niggas are still sinning. All right, let me get this one right quick. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it moving with this is St. Luke chapter 6 and start at 39. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, can the blind lead the blind? Now, when we bring up the blind, that's Nate. He's willingly blind because he's blinded by the Judas purse he took. And how anytime somebody 20 years ago teach the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but then all of a sudden he change up and he's talking about Most High Christ bless. And then all of a sudden he's setting up soup kitchens, got apps. And it ain't about the jealousy of that. It's about the commercialization of this word. It says, buy the truth and sell it not. It looks exactly like what he's doing, like he's selling it. You go to his the IUIC app and their website, they selling camp signs and shirts and garments and so on and so forth. They selling this truth. They selling the breakdowns. You ought to be ashamed of yourself for following somebody like that. It says, can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch? The disciple is not above his master. Yeah, y'all gonna fall into the ditch because you disciples of IUIC and Johanna and all these other groups, y'all gonna understand something. Y'all gonna have to come to an understanding that ain't gonna get you. Them guys, because if you think they're the link to get you in, they're not. The link to get you in is this wisdom through the Spirit and then Yahweh Shai. That's what's gonna get you in. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. That's what's gonna get you into the kingdom. Nothing less. It says, the disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. So you can be perfectly like Nate, that nigga's going to get destroyed. If you watch what he does and how he snakes around words and snakes and lies and you zombies still follow it, you deserve what you get from dealing with somebody like that. A couple more scripts. Yeah, this one right here. Where did it go? Yeah, let me get to it. Yeah, right here. It says, this is St. Matthew chapter 15, verse 13. It said, but he answered and said, is Yahweh Shai speaking red letter. It says, every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. That whole IUIC thing is going to get rooted up. The whole ISUPK thing is going to get rooted up. And it will behoove you, sincere brothers that really seek this truth in sincerity and seek the Heavenly Father through Yahweh Shai in truth that may be of the elect. You better come out of that madness, man. We ain't saying come under the banner of a great millstone. We saying come out of that madness and start getting deep into these scriptures and get these breakdowns. It says, every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. So all that's going to get rooted up. Nate, all this shit's about to get rooted up. All them apps and soup kitchens and progress and building a school here in America. America's about to get destroyed, man. Putin said it's inevitable that we go into World War III. They over there doing drills to get this thing popping, to get their practice. They in there like ninjas practicing their arts and their crafts to make sure that they're ready when the war goes down. But America over here worried about Black Lives Matter, worried about the fucking stupid housewives shows and dumb shit, chasing Pokemon and shit. Y'all ain't got no clue what's going on around here. Y'all got no clue. You guys are ready and fit for destruction. Verse 14, it says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. Don't fool with them or their doctrine. Get the hell away from them. They be blind leaders of the blind. So those are zombies that follow after people like Nate in the IUIC. Those are blind. They're blind and their leaders are blind. It says, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. They both gonna fall into destruction. That ditch represents destruction. That's what's coming to you guys. You about to fall into the ditch and be led into destruction. Another script, man. Because you guys fail to realize how serious this thing is. World War III is on the brink. Economic collapse is on the brink. The mandatory RFID chip is on the brink. We've been out here at Great Millstone. We've been proving it, pushing this word out at all the world, flooding YouTube with it to where you can't ignore it. Average Jake that listen to random rap and hip hop shit is knowing about the truth. They're starting to hear the word. Israelites, they're starting to see this word. Whether it's for them or not, they're starting to see it, and that's the point. That's the one I wanted. Yeah. Verse 1, Proverbs 29:1. He that being often reproved hardened his neck. Because we always on you other groups, y'all harden y'all necks. And it's against Great Millstone. It's not about the word or the doctrine ain't right. It's because Great Millstone delivering to you. And we doing it with we showing you tough love. We giving you no soft, smooth words. We're not giving you none of that. We're giving you the hard down warning and the truth of what's going on and what's going to happen to you if you don't get right. It said, he that being often reproved hardened his neck. And it seems like IUIC, Nate, and General Johanna, and all them other Elder Rakar from the GOCC, like they all are getting reproved. Because you guys should know better. You were back at the old school when these things were taught the right way. Some of you didn't upgrade the doctrine, didn't put the spirit to it, or the spirit wasn't dealing with you, and now it's time for you to humble down or keep that pride on you and get destroyed. And that's what's going to happen. It said, because we often reprove you, you harden your neck. And it says, shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. Ain't going to be no hope for you but to be destroyed. That's all going to happen to you. If you don't humble down, you're going to get destroyed. If y'all zombies don't wake the hell up, y'all going to get destroyed as well. And that's basically, man. So wake up. Ain't time to be doing all these little and worried about the grass and the cable man and my kids is beautiful little Israelites and my wife cooked good meals and the trash got taken out by somebody else. You got fringes and borders of blue on his work shirt, and the cable man came over, shalom, brothers. Then they go to the Sabbath meeting. Man, check this out. See how foolish this mentality is. They in all the wrong spirit. Like it says in, I believe, Sirach 19:29, it said, a man may be known by his look. These guys, when you look at them guys, they ain't in a warrior spirit. They ain't building up King David's army. They ain't coming in the real spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Ashai, like it says in Exodus, the 15th chapter, the 3rd verse. The Most High is a man of war. They don't look like warriors. Like when you watch that movie 300, and he came up to those Greeks and was like, what is your profession? Oh, I'm a blacksmith. What is your profession? Oh, I do this. I'm a gardener. I'm a farmer, this, blah, blah, blah. He said, Spartans, what is your profession? Hoo-ah! We're warriors. That's the difference. We warrior, we're spiritual warriors for this word, and when the Most High put the Spirit on us, we're gonna be hunters and a warrior in that fashion. So with that, I'm gonna say, Kal Allah, Yahweh Hashem Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders who rule well and teach us this word in sincerity and in truth. And greetings to you, brother, do this work in sincerity and truth that are of the hopeful elect. Shalom.